And this is John Dittrich, your host of It's Your Money Radio, where we help you to make more money, save more money, and have more money for all of your financial goals. And one of the ways we help you to save more money is by introducing you to people like Marilee Daugherity, and she is my personal insurance agent. How long have you been my personal insurance agent?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe like 4 years, 5 years?
At least. I think it's longer than that. I
Possibly.
think it's closer to 8.
Maybe.
Well, we can look through our records and find out. But you are the best insurance agent I've ever had in my life.
Well, thank you.
Is that too strong?
I don't think so.
No, I'm going to say no, it's not.
And I would recommend, if you, and you're listening to this show, you're going to find out today the difference between active and captive agency. And when you know the difference, if you find out that you're probably paying too much for life insurance, that's an expensive bill. I mean, that is like one of the top 5 bills in your household budget. And call Marilee, and she will save you money. I'm telling you, I would bet money on it. If you want to do even money, 9 out of 10 times I'd win that bet. Because she will save you money.
Thank you. I usually like to say I save usually 8 out of 10 households, so
I
yeah.
give you 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll take that rating. I'll take that rating. Thank you.
So tell us the difference. What makes an independent agent special?
Well, I think that you have special agents on both sides. So you have independent, you have captive. I am a independent agent, and I have been for several years. I didn't start out as being independent. I started out as being captive, so I can speak from both sides of the world. But being independent, I am able to offer my clients a lot more products and services, and I work for them. So I'm not tied to one particular insurance company. I don't get a paycheck per se from that any one specific insurance company. So I can basically get whatever's out there that's best for my clients for the companies that I'm contracted with.
Mm-hmm. And so just review, what are the different kinds of insurance that you sell?
I offer auto, home, life, disability, long-term care, renter's insurance, boat insurance, ATV, renters, business. We do bonds. I am licensed in a couple of states, so I'm able to help others as well. So I can pretty much, I like to tell people if it's insurable, I can insure it.
Okay, so just let's talk about, I'm familiar with life insurance, but if you're going to quote somebody a rate on insurance, how many different companies, or how do you decide how many companies to quote?
Well, I like to quote as many as I possibly can. Every person is their own individual need. So I go through what's called a needs analysis, and I take down the information in their household. So I want to and when I'm doing that, I'm mentally taking a note of the discounts as to what discounts I can give them. So of course there's the married discount, the multi-policy, multi-vehicle, good student discount, good driver discount, all those things. So when they're telling me they have no tickets, or they're married, or they have a youthful driver, or they have more than one car, those discounts are just calculating in my head, and I can kind of determine, if they have a ticket, okay, maybe this other company wouldn't be the best choice for them. Or if they have a youthful driver that has an accident, okay, we need to look at some different options. So it just really depends on that particular person's or client's household's unique situation will determine which way I'm going to go in a quote.
Okay, so you're so familiar then, it sounds like, and I know you are, but you're so familiar with so many different companies that as you're interviewing the client, you're checking things on a list in your head.
Yes.
So oh, that sounds like this company might be best, and oh, maybe this one's best. So then you select which ones to quote based on, let's check prices with these companies and see who comes back with, and that's based on the needs interview.
Yes, exactly. Now, there are times when, insurance is, there's no specific way insurance companies give their rates. I mean, there's a multitude of factors that go into their rating system. So just to kind of double check what we're doing is we have a multi-rater, and so we'll always run it through the multi-rater, which runs it through all of the companies, just to double check, to make sure we're not missing something.
So, yeah, so you're checking, and then you have the computer check.
Yes.
Again, check,
Yes.
check, double check.
Yes.
Make sure you get the absolute best rates.
Absolutely.
I've got reverb. You call Marilee.
Yes. That was a good effect, though. The absolute, do that again. The absolute best rates. Okay, that's enough. And then the other thing you were talking about is discounts.
Yes.
Okay, tell people how they qualify for different discounts.
So, different companies have different discounts that they offer, and, insurance companies, they pay a lot of money for statistical data, so they like to know, what is, happening in the industry and what's happening in the households. And so one of the discounts, back in the day, you used to be able to call your insurance company and say, okay, I drive, 2 miles to work. Well, really, you may drive 15 miles to work, and it didn't take the insurance company long to figure out that maybe that's not necessarily correct. So now we have these little devices that you can stick in your car, and they're not a GPS unit. They're not, now you don't have to tell your teenager that, but it is not a GPS unit. They're not tracking you. They're basically monitoring whether you're braking hard or you're accelerating quickly. And then if you're operating your vehicle on a regular basis between the hours of usually 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. So that's a new discount, and that's based on statistical data. And that's a great discount to get and take advantage of, because some of our independent companies offer a discount up to 40%. So it's a big discount, yeah.
And that's how you saved me money last time.
Yes.
And not only that, but it's a really great device because I can go on the computer and I can see how well each member of my family is driving. Because the
Absolutely.
report will tell
Yeah.
you you're braking hard, you're accelerating too much, and it'll tell you what, and it'll make you a safer driver.
Yes.
And that's on there for how long? I remember it being a while.
The device in your
The device
vehicle,
on your
it's
vehicle.
approximately, well, every company is different. So some will want to keep it in there for an extended period of time. Most times it's about 85 to 95 days they're going to keep the device in your vehicle.
That's about what I remember, and during that time you can look up the reports, and if you have teenage drivers,
Yep.
you may want to check on, are they revving it up and accelerating and hard braking?
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
I mean, yes, they're your children, you should be checking up on them to some
Absolutely.
extent.
Yeah, I think mine went like 6 months before they realized it really wasn't a GPS unit. So
That your mama wasn't tracking them.
I know where you're at. I know where you're going.
yeah.
Contrary to what I put on my guys' trucks, they do know where they're at.
Right.
Oh, right. There
Right.
are GPS units.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Right.
It's not a
That's
GPS.
not what it is.
No.
Yeah.
So now that's great. I understand, and I think the listening audience understands that you can check different companies.
Yes.
You can maximize the discounts based on their family size and driving habits. You can combine discounts if you have home, auto, and life insurance, or whatever combination gives them the best discounts.
Absolutely.
You can tell them.
And one of the other points about being an independent agent that we do in our office, because we have so many different companies, and being independent, we pretty much pick and choose who we're going to partner with, because it's a true partnership between our agency and the carriers that we work with. If they're going to take rate, if they're going to increase their prices, or if they change their policy in any way, shape, or form that don't necessarily align with how we think things should be for our customers, we can in turn, educate our clients and say, hey, we have this other company over here, might be better for you, we'll look at saving you some money, and these are the differences, and give them the choice. So it just gives them more options when it comes to their insurance.
I love it. Pure capitalism. You raise your rates, I can go somewhere else.
Absolutely.
But the difference is, with an independent
Yes.
agent, you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, and it's crazy because we pull a report in the morning and we can tell when a client's insurance rates are going up, or kind of what's happening, and we can start to dissect the problem. So we'll go in and we'll see, okay, why is this rate going up? Was there a ticket in the household? Was there an accident? What's happening? And, and we'll start searching for new rates. And before my client even gets a notice in the mail that their rate's going up, I can call them and say, hey, guess what? I'm going to save you X amount of dollars a month. We're going to switch you to a different carrier. And our clients, it's so funny because the ones that have been with me for years, they know that we do that. But my new customers that have never had that experience before, I can hear the silence in the phone. I mean, like they've never had that before, and they haven't. So,
right. Well, if you are with a captive agent, that will never, ever, ever happen to you. Oh, too many evers?
I don't, if they represent one company,
Yeah.
I would probably have to agree with you. Yes.
Because that's what I'm saying.
Without changing the parameters.
I guess
of the
Right.
we're
policy.
talking about the
Right.
benefits of being an independent
Yes.
agent, and I don't want to upset any of my friends.
No,
I've got
have friends, yeah.
You have friends, I have friends, but if the name of the policy that you have is the same as the name of the company on the business card that the person who sold it to you,
Mhm.
then it's probably a captive agent, which
Yes.
means that person sells that insurance. They don't
Mhm.
shop around.
Mhm.
And so what happens if you're a captive agent and prices go up?
I have a lot of respect for my fellow agents, but there are some things out there that can happen that clients need to be aware of. That if your policy goes up and you call your agent and they don't have another option for you, such as another carrier, and they all of a sudden can come up with some new rates for you, you need to make sure that it's not by cutting coverages. So you always want to make sure that, if you have a lower rate, that it's not because you're cutting coverages. So a lot of the times when your rate goes up and they have to cut coverages, then that's time to definitely be looking around, because a lot of the times you can get the same rates, if not better rates, by shopping and going with another company.
And that's all happened to me. And it's probably happened to a lot of people out there.
Mhm.
If you want to call the show, we'll have a little bit of time to talk to you. Call us at 862-9977 or 1-800-375-0056. If you have any questions for Marilee about your insurance, if anything we've talked about here today strikes you as something, hey, maybe that happened to me, give us a call. Again, 417-862-9977 is the number to the studio here. And like I was saying, all those things have happened to me, and they probably happened to people in the audience.
Mhm.
But there's another factor is, hey, I've been with this guy for 20 years. I like him. I trust him. And that's a big part of the business.
Yes.
How far should people take that, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm all about loyalty, and I absolutely admire people for that loyalty and that respect, because I enjoy that from my clients. I've had clients that have been with me since day one. So I like that. But at the same time, their insurance agent is not paying their bill. So, your loyalty can only go so far. So at the end of the day, if your coverages are the same, if not better, and you have a lower price with another insurance agent or insurance company that you're comfortable with, then I think that that's worth a switch.
Yeah, and I think it's really important. I look at the lifetime value of a dollar
Right.
as a financial advisor.
Yes, you
And
showed me your calculator.
Right, and if Marilee can save you $50 a month, that's $600 a year. And I'm not throwing out high numbers like they're unrealistic. Those are
Right.
realistic numbers.
Yes.
If she looks at your auto, home, life, whatever policies you have that she handles, she can save you a lot of money. And if she can save you all that money, all of a sudden, you have money to invest.
That is true.
Right? And
That is true.
And $600 a year, for 20 years, I can't do the math in my head.
But you have a calculator for that.
I have a calculator. I don't have it with me, but I do have a calculator for that. Trust me, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. That adds up real fast.
Can I ask one simple question? I don't mean to interrupt your interview here, but you're talking that way, and we talk about going out and shopping, but you say if you notice someone's prices are going up, in a way, you're shopping for us.
Yes, I do. My job is to work for my clients. I work for my clients. So that is my job, is to make sure that you are getting the best policy for the price every time.
Yeah, and that's no joke. We tell people, shop around, shop around. How do you know you got the best deal? You have to shop around. Well, if you've got an agent that's shopping around for you, who likes to shop for insurance?
Yeah,
Right.
that was my question, because
Yeah.
that's what it seems like. You're shopping for us, you're doing our best, you're taking our best
Yeah,
interest.
that is not number one on my to-do list. Is let's
Right.
shop around, because frankly, in my mind, I'm thinking, it's going to take me a while to find somebody, and then I have to reveal all my personal information to them, and I don't even know if I like them.
Right.
It's not an easy thing. You're looking for referrals all the time, and it's really not fun.
Right.
But that's one of the things, I like about you is I know that if there's a better deal out there, you're going to find it.
Absolutely.
I don't have to shop around.
Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe I should. No, I don't really. I mean, you have shopped me around. You
Yes.
have come to me and said, "Hey, John, I've got a way for you to save money on your insurance." And
Yeah.
that sold me right there, because nobody had ever done that for me ever before. I've had agents where I'd go and say, "Hey, my bill is just really getting high," and they've said, "Well, let me take a look and come back with something a little cheaper." There's a big difference between that and the agent calling you on the phone and saying, "Hey, John, your bill's getting a little high, and I
Right.
think I can save you some money."
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Oh
when
my
you have an
gosh,
agent.
right?
Yeah, yeah. And another thing that, you've had these agents that are captive. Another thing I want to point out, and they may have, had been there for, so many years. And I know that when those agents go to retire, the company will sell that book of business, and you have a new agent servicing your account. But you don't really have a relationship with that agent. And it's so important to have a relationship with your agent. And if they're not taking your phone calls, if it's just, if you call into their office and it's just the secretary or office manager answering the phone, and you ask to talk to that agent, and if they won't call you back or will not speak to you, that's not a good sign. What makes you think that that agent's going to be standing by your side when your house burns down or you're in an accident? If they won't talk to you now, what makes you think they're going to talk to you in an emergency situation?
Yes, when they have to be paying a bill,
Right.
and that's never a good thing.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to pay. Everybody likes to receive. And I have your cell phone number, I believe.
Yes, you do. Yes,
So-
you do. I give out my cell phone number all the time.
So,
And
yeah, so
people call my cell phone, and I always tell people my cell phone number is on my card. And I don't have regular business hours, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and, call and whatever. You call my cell phone. I always tell people, if you have a tree in your house or you're in an accident, you can call my cell phone. And if there's a way that I can get there, I will be there. If I don't answer right away, then you can send me a text, and I will text you back. I will always call you back. I always tell people that, call me if something happens, and we'll make sure that, you're taken care of.
okay, so I'm sure we've convinced some people at this point that they need to take a look at better coverage.
Absolutely.
How do they do it? I mean, let me put it this, what's the easiest way for them to have you look at their policy?
The best way is for them to contact either my cell phone or my office, and my office number is 417-887-6261, extension 12. My cell phone number is 417-766-9186. They can call either of those numbers. They can also reach me at on Facebook. I'm at Marilee at Go Clarity on Facebook, and Marilee at GoClarity.com, which is my email. So.
Okay, and what do they need to have in their hands when they call you?
I really just their driver's license, pretty much. I mean, I have reports that I can pull where a lot of the times I can pull the numbers. I can pull reports for accident reports, and usually household members. Primarily, I just need their name, address, and phone number, drivers in the household, just 5-minute conversation stuff. So I really don't even need to have their declaration pages, because in my reports, I will be able to obtain their current liability limits.
Okay, so you can look a lot of that up.
Yes,
Okay.
with their permission. So once
Yeah.
they call me and give me the go-ahead, then we can move forward.
Okay, because I noticed that was conspicuously absent in the things you said you needed, and I would have thought that you would have needed a copy of their policy.
I like to have that on file if we're when we move forward. So if they're going to have an application with me and we're going to move forward, then I like to have that on file. But to start the preliminary quote process, I don't need it. And really, people get their renewals and they throw them in the kitchen drawer, or it's in a tub somewhere and they just have no idea where it is. So I like to make it as seamless and streamlined as possible, painless. And I mean, most people know their address and their phone number and their date of birth. So I don't want to make them go do unnecessary things that we don't need to worry about. So if we get to that point where they're going to write a policy with me, then they can go get a copy of their policy.
Right. And the other thing that's important about insurance that we didn't talk about, I think that I'd like to talk to you about is it's not just about saving money.
Oh, no.
Okay, talk about that.
I have clients that have been with me for many, many years, and I mean, they've probably had quotes other places that could save them $10, $15, whatever. But it's the quality of the service that you're going to get. When you call me or you call my office, you're going to get immediate service. You're not going to get no, service center, that type of situation. Now, if you call your carrier directly, yes, you will be put in touch with a service center. But you can always, reach me. Mm-hmm. But it's not always about price. It's about the, what you're going to get for that price. So I have people that, you're going to have customers of all kinds. So I do have people that have left before and they're going to save $20 by going to online auto, whatever. And then they have a claim.
Yeah. Who's going to help you now?
Yeah. And I do help them sometimes. They come back to me and they're like, this happened. And then I had one lady one time that was going to do the same thing, and she called me and she was just bawling because they didn't have SR22 on her new policy, and then it wasn't saving her the money she thought. It was $40 a month more than what she was paying with me, so we had to jump through all the hoops. And I educate my clients when they do things like that, but most of my clients don't. They don't ever leave. So, but I do have a few that still are learning.
Well, any insurance company can save you money if they lower your coverage.
Right.
I mean, that's not what this is about.
Right,
It's about
yeah.
getting the right coverage.
Yes.
With somebody that you can work with.
Mm-hmm.
I have your cell phone number and I've used it.
Yep.
Not very often, thank God. But I know that if I have a question, and we've talked about this in previous episodes on the air, what do I do if I get pulled over by a police officer? What do I do if I get in an accident?
Mm-hmm.
What do I do, if I left my car in a parking lot and I show up and there's a big scratch in it?
Mm-hmm.
You have the answers to all those questions. We
Yes.
don't have to know everything.
No.
And having a trusted agent that you can call, that's worth more than $15 or $20 a month I
Absolutely.
can save online for me. And
Yeah.
I'm a financial advisor. I'm a cheapskate. But to me, it's totally, I'm not looking online for
Right.
insurance when I have.
Yeah, you kind of get what you pay for. If you want cheap insurance, then usually when you have an accident, they're going to show up with a cheap checkbook. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And, one thing about being independent that I also want to touch on is, when you have a claim, and you are with a captive insurance company, if that claim starts to go sideways, or you're not happy with the way that claim situation is happening or going, you go to your agent. Your agent's hands are pretty well tied.
Yeah. It's the company they work for.
Yes, they sign their paycheck. They are tied to that company. So if you come to an independent agent and things start to go sideways, I have gotten involved in claims before. I've worked with the insurance commissioner on investigations. I've done all sorts of those things. My loyalty has been and always will be to my clients. So if for some reason the claim starts to go sideways, I can always step in.
Right. And you work for a big company, and you have a lot of power with the insurance companies, and so that gives you the ability to help.
Well, I don't know if I consider it power. Thank you, John.
All right.
But I know the lingo. I'm pretty familiar with how things work and moving through the chain of command and, that sort of thing. So.
Well, I'm glad you came on the show today.
Thank you.
You for coming again. I think we had a good conversation.
Yes.
And, well, I think we want to just take a little bit of time, thank our sponsors for being there, for being our sponsors. You're one of my sponsors.
Yes, I am.
I have to say that. You were my insurance agent long before you were a sponsor.
Yes.
And that's one important point, one aspect there I wanted to share with everybody.
Yeah, and as you sit and listen to you, Marilee, I find that I can see a lot of compassion and care. And I mean that. Some people don't feel that way with business. But I think you ought to do business with people that have compassion and care.
Absolutely. You know, I was in an accident in 2000 and it changed everything for me. So I want to make sure that people have the adequate coverages that they need in order to protect them.
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what I said. You definitely do that. So
Thank you.
to do that. So yes, if you want to talk to Marilee, just give her a call, 417-887-6261. She's with Clarity Insurance, and she can help you with any of your questions. I'm not going to give out your cell phone number again, but give her a call and talk to her. We have Rudy McBride and Smith. They're located down on 4905 South National. They're a full-service insurance company. They can help you with all your insurance needs, from bankruptcy through trust. They're attorneys you can trust. 417-708-9681. You got Scrivener Solutions. Go see Gayla at scrivenersolutions.com, or you can always give her a call at 417-501-9072. And then, of course, our host, John Dittrich. He's got personal financial management. You can give him a call. And let me make sure I got the correct number. It's 417-763-3245. And if you happen just to remember DB Advisors, definitely ask for John Dittrich. We also have Dr. Mike Miller. He's with Family Back and Neck Care. His phone number is 417-889-2225. He's located at 1440 West Republic Road. Once again, if you call that, please ask for Dr. Miller, and he can help you out. I'm Gary Bingaman. I'm with A&D Mechanical Services, your full-service plumbing, heating, and air company. Our number is 417-866-8257. Remember, you're listening to It's Your Money Radio. You can make more money, you can save more money, or you can have more money for all your financial need goals. And we're a few seconds ahead. John, you got any parting thoughts?
Well, how are you doing on your ketones?
I am doing excellent. I got up, I'm diabetic, I've said it on the show. Got up Monday, my glucose was 152. Yesterday, it was just over a 92. This morning, it was 125. They're the best readings I've had in a long time. I have done something, as you notice, and people on Facebook, you can see, what am I drinking? Water. I don't have a big soda today. So it's not all that, but yeah, I'm doing well. Feel lots of power. Folks, you have a really nice Thanksgiving, and we'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.